Good afternoon and welcome back to WGP 1 World Series 2022 live from Lake Havasu City, Arizona, USA. My name is CK, together with our commentator Don Dawson, are ready to kick off Feed 2. Feature many races this afternoon, including WGP 1 Moto 2 Pro Roundabout 1100 Open and WGP 1 Moto 3 Pro Am Roundabout SUPERSTOCK, and many more not to miss out. It's now 10 p.m. in Arizona. What time is it in your countries? Leave the comment in the comment section below. And please subscribe, like, and share this live streaming to tune in the updates exclusively on our Facebook official and YouTube at Jet Ski World Series. And if you're from Far East, you better grab a cup of coffee and get ready because I'm excited. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's go.
Thank you so much, CK. Welcome back to the WGP #1 World Series, the IGSBA World Finals, brought to you by Jet Trim and, of course, amazing Thailand and Thai Airways. You know, by the end of the session today, you will witness new world champions as they make their mark in jet ski racing history for the 41st annual World Finals right here in Lake Havasu City. You know, one of the hallmarks of this stop in the World Series, the speciality of the World Finals, is that anything and everything can and will happen in a blink of an eye. That's how champions are made in America, with speed, heat, and maximum power. After this morning motos, all I can say is hold on to your hats. Please put your trays in the upright and locked position, because these riders have everything to play for and not a darn thing to lose. We just got through watching a lot of great freestyle. Congratulations again to our new world champion in amateur freestyle. That's Jack Ziegler, Mr. Ziegler, taking the win on that. And we are getting ready for Pro Runabout 1100 Open. Definition for this class: there's really not much holding you back except your credit card limit on your American Express. And you can see the gentleman that won as we get ready for Moto #2. That was SUPERSTOCK Phu Rakul from Thailand, sponsored by K45 Motorsports, Yamaha Thailand, and Maxima Power Oil. And SUPERSTOCK just trying to stay cool, as it's a scorcher out here. Supap Pulsapa from Thailand, currently in second after the first moto. Erawat Lagi from Thailand, sponsored by the Flamingo team, USG and Knopf. In fourth place after that first moto, it is the 176 Valentina Liscano, your defending world champion in Pro Runabout 1100 Open. She's your defending Triple Crown winner. She's sponsored by Blacktip, Kaja Racing, M&M Jet Ski Shop, Riva Racing, and Map Tuner. In fifth, after the first moto, Supak Satula from Pattaya, Thailand, sponsored by Freedom Racing. Boat number 9, that's Corey Dixon out of Westport, Massachusetts. He actually got 6 after the first moto, sponsored by Hooters of LV, Fast Coast Flightwear, Extreme Footwear, and C&D Transport. And Tasawanan Woot Fong from Pattaya, Thailand rounds out our top 7. He's on the T10 boat, sponsored by Superjet, Lucas Oil, JC Sport, Yamaha, and FKT Concrete. That's your lineup and your finishes after moto #1. Well, it's clocking up over 95 degrees this afternoon, but the race conditions have been amazing. You see Supap Pusapa just chilling like a villain down there. Pole position on the inside. That's going to go to SUPERSTOCK Phu Rakul. He had a great race in this first moto and really was unchallenged. All Thai riders, with the exception of one little rocket ship. She's in fourth, but again, the lady that took the Triple Crown last year, that's Valentina Liscano. That young lady did really well out at Poland on that first stop. actually had the win for that round, but had a dispute on one of the pieces of equipment on her boat. So coming into this round, she is in 5th in points. Supak Satula from Thailand with 159 points. Supak Wusapa with 140 in second. Supatak Futrakul in third with 134. Eroya Lahip is in 4th place with 132, and Valentina Lescano is in 5th. And we're just waiting for the course marshals. Now, we did have to switch over. After the freestyle, as you know, we've always got to take that moment to get the course marshals back out on the water, get all the officials up in their official positions. And I see the Flamingo team down there holding for their rider. Arawat Lahip. 3rd after moto number 1. And actually, Valentina probably would have done a little bit better in this round, but she actually has a problem with her steering cable. I know her dad and Chris Landis got her all fixed up over the lunch break. Shout out to Christopher Landis for taking a moto win yesterday. And I want to thank you guys for joining us on the live stream. Eric Niels giving a shout out for Dustin Voss. Let us know what rider you are going to be rooting for. We've got Pro Runabout Open on the line. Up next is going to be race number 12. That's Pro-Am Ski Lights. And then Pro-Am Runabout Superstock. Pro-Am Ski Superstock. As we go through this 3rd series of motos. And then our final moto of the day is going to be Pro-Am Ski Lights. That's going to be race number 18. Sunset today is going to be about 6:12. And 3 different classes today are going to have the log jump open. So yard sale opportunities abound. I see we're getting some shout outs on the stream. Kanotai 86, who will be coming up soon. $60 points up for grabs. We'll be running under the IJSBA number point system, so 60 points for first. They get 53 points for second, 48 points for third, and so on. 43 for fourth, 39 for fifth. Talking a little bit about the course today. Ooh la la. We have one crazy section that they're going to have to deal with. They have a short, pretty typically short front stretch, and they're going to take a high-speed left turn. It's not quite 90 degrees, but it's going to feel like it. And then they've got an off-camber, so off-angle double right-hand turn, and then they got to come right back in. Now, if they're the runabout, they will be going straight-ish to a triple left-hand turn, and if they're the ski division, they're going to come down, pick up another red buoy for a left turn, and then they're going to navigate over three in a row log jumps, which has been the talk of the week. Great shot of the ever-expanding view of the city Lake Havasu City continues to grow. In fact, major surge of growth the last 2 years.
And for number T10, we'll round out your field, sponsored by Superjet, Lucas Oil, FAT Concrete.
All the favorites still here.
That's possible.
You should see Vendor Alley this year. It's off the chain. You know, even though you're not able to make it, I'm willing to bet if you reached out to some of these big vendors, they would actually set you up and send you whatever it is you needed. So feel free to reach out and email Tony Vo and Brittany at Jet Tribe, and you can talk to them about whatever you would like to order. And there's tons of great vendors up and down Vendor Alley. I'm sure they would love to hear from you. You can see some of our great sponsors as they come up on the screen. You are watching the second jewel in a crown of World Series. And let's see if Boat 45, SUPERSTOCK, Foot Rakul can get another hole shot. Yeah, really good start for boat number 11, Arawat Lahip. That is the Flamingo team rider out of Pattaya, Thailand. Actually, Lahip on the outside of the pole position. Hopefully that will convert for him. He's in third right now. He needs to get some points. He's got some pretty awesome riders ahead of him, but that did convert nicely. That outside was a good conversion. Boat number 11 with the hole shot. That is Arawat Lahip from Pattaya, Thailand, sponsored by Knauf. And that hole shot again came from that Cinderella position, that outside position. SUPERSTOCK Rakul for second. Supa Pusapa from Thailand in third. All right, you are watching this open class, and it is astounding to see how fast they are buoy to buoy. Arawat from Pattaya is going to take that outside split. I mean, hey, it worked really well on the start. Why not continue a good thing? Oh, SUPERSTOCK Foot Rakul trying to sneak underneath Lahip's left-hand shoulder, working that inside split, but he just did not have enough momentum and didn't get through that inside split quick enough to really challenge that number 11 boat. Lahip still leading. Supa Pusapa. Your third place rider. Arawat Lahip, fourth overall in the Runabout 1100 in Poland with a 2.64 Poland finish. He's only 19 years old. Arawat lives in Pattaya. And that is Supa Pusapa you're watching on the screen. Let's see if he goes to that inside. No, top three. Going to the outside split. Arawat Lahip. Just hitting that throttle on the front stretch where they have that long section. Arawat, sponsored by Knauf Flamingo Jet Ski Team. His first race was 12 years ago. And can you believe this? He was only 6 years old. He's had no big wins yet, which I think would make it even more sweet if Lahip was able to get a hold of a world title here in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. You're watching Pusapa, who is third out on the track. All right, so Supap Pusapa going to the outside. Rider behind him. Choosing to follow through. Interesting. Supap Pusapa holding off the challengers. Nice relaxed style. Keeping that neck and shoulders as loose as possible, trying to prevent any tension. He got a second overall in Poland with a 3.52 finish. Beautiful backdrop for these riders. Tirawat. So Arawat Lahi, boat number T11. You can see the big flamingo team on the side. Yep. This gentleman that has never taken a major win finds himself in the lead on Moto number 2. I really like how he is handling. I like how he is handling his position on this boat going through the track. And Supatat Futrakul is getting closer. And actually, Lahib let off the gas way early coming off of that backstretch. That's going to open the door for Supatat Futrakul. And Supatat will go to that inside. That's going to change things up a little. And as you can see, they are buoy to buoy. Fifth turn for Supatat Futrakul. That is going to put him in strike distance against Lahib, and he's got the line. Supatat Futrakul moves into the lead. Beautiful move, executed 2 laps earlier, and you could really see it starting to unfold on that lap prior when they were on the backstretch, how Supatat continued to pull in closer. And not only did he do that, but then combine that with the mistake from Lahib, letting off that gas early. That was just enough to set him up for a great pass. All right, so Supatat gonna go for a pair of bookend wins here. All right, now that he's got some clean water, let's see what Supatat Futrakul can do this final couple of laps. You're watching Pro Runabout 1100 Open. Going to be a 10-lap moto. It's a backbreaker. And Supatat Futrakul wanting to add on to some points. Came into this round in third with 134. He desperately needs these 6 points to pull ahead in this moto from the gentleman that's currently ahead of him, and that's Supap Pusapa. Now, Pusapa is behind him out on the track, and he's actually got Lahib in between those two. Really got to hand it to Arawat Lahib, though. Arawat Lahib with a great hole shot. Still has a good run going. A little bit slower than I'd like to see, making me kind of question if something's going on with the boat with Arawat Lahib. That is the Flamingo Team Racer. guys. Okay, we are watching the final couple of laps. That was interesting. I saw Rakul take a look down on the bond line, acting like something was happening with one of his sponsons. And as you look down on that lower left-hand corner, right-hand corner, excuse me, you can actually see something kind of interesting happening with the sponson. Not sure if maybe he cracked one of those sponsons. Super top, Rakul from Thailand, race leader for Runabout Open. He's 30 years old. And this gentleman I was talking about in the classes this morning, he has a very unique and significant award, and that is the bronze at the Runabout Endurance during the Asian Games in 2018. Also rides for Dean's team. He is a very celebrated Thai rider, two-time IJSBA World Champion, two-time World Kings Cup Champion, and a one-time Thai champion. He is also an incredible rally driver. So Rakul, very, very powerful on the course, great racer. And you can see just how massive this backstretch is. And it's big enough, we're actually going to expand this backstretch a little bit more for the weekend. Supop taking that first big turn into the outside split a little wide. It's so critical to be able to manage the resources, and I know these guys are used to high humidity and a lot of heat, but I will say that the race conditions out in Lake Havasu City are abnormally adverse right now. White flag is out for Supop, Pusapa, and the rest of the riders in Pro Runabout Open. Supop coming into this round, second overall. Right now, I could only imagine the biggest thing in his mind is try to get up, if at all possible, and at least get around Lahip if he can. If not, Rakul is going to take over the points lead. Checker flag goes out for Super Top Rakul. Amazing racing for him. I see him checking his shoulder a little bit as he comes in. And actually, I could tell his shoulder is taped. So Supatot visibly trying to get a little relief from that right-hand shoulder. Hey, welcome and a shout out to 8-1 Racing. By the way, congratulations to T11. That is Arawat Lahip. Also getting the checkered flag in second. Supop Pusapa rounding out your top three. Hey, Trey Lee, it's good to have you guys. Mike Georgi, thank you so much. Colleen Taylor, I love that you're shouting out for Valentina. Eric Niels, thank you, Eric, for pointing that out. I knew something was going on with that sponson. It's actually lost that left sponson all the way. All right, you guys, we'll be back right after this.
WGP 1 World Championship. national sport development funds.
Hey guys, welcome back. We're ready with Pro-Am Ski Lights. This class is off the chain. Let me give you the rundown. This is going to be the very first moto for these guys. They had to qualify just to get in. In fact, one of the riders that had to qualify in the LCQ is Devin Farthing. Just 20 incredible riders out on this line today, including Quade Brown, Jaden Richardson. Saw a good start there from boat number 124. That's Reagan Turco. Quade Brown and Jaden both won their respective qualifying heats. And Devin Farthing won the LCQ. Well, he didn't win it. I take that back. He got the lead in the whole shot, but then he tail tapped over the final of the 3 log jumps around lap 4. And when he did that, that actually cost him 3 positions. He took the final transfer position and was able to make it into the main event. Davey Prado was the winner of the LCQ. Hey, I tell you what, while we got a moment, we're going to catch up with CK.
For the Moto 2. And that was a red flag of the Moto 2 Pro-Am Ski Lights. Well, while we wait for the new start of this program, well, previously, congratulations unofficially to Craft 45, Super Tat from Thailand. We see how does he perform the upcoming Moto 3 this afternoon. Did he and will he perform good enough to bring back the victory to Thailand? We find out soon. But at the moment, once again, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the Ski World Series 2022 live from Arizona, USA, and you're still with me, CK and Don Dawson, who are getting ready at the moment for the upcoming Moto 2 Pro-Am Ski Lights and the upcoming WGP 1 Moto 3 Pro-Am ROUNDABOUT SUPERSTOCK. And tune in and don't forget to like, subscribe and share. And now I think our athletes, riders behind are getting ready at the moment, and let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, bring back to Don.
Thank you so much, CK. I appreciate that. All right, down on the line, Pro-Am Ski Lights. I've already got 1 red flag for this class. Let's see if we can get them off the line. I spoke too soon. That's going to be red flag number 2. Missed it by that much. All right, well, unfortunately, that was fairly obvious. Sometimes it's hard to tell who jumps the line, but that one was going to be a little bit hard to miss. We'll see if he does get penalized for that. Looked like it might have been Maddox Haynes. Wow, you get a chance to get a little overhead shot here. What a great behind the lines shot of this start line. Justin Foss is in this lineup. Omat Salih, Davey Prado, Devin Farthing, the Iceman, Corbin Farnley, who's been spectacular out of Christchurch, New Zealand. Teo Boumet, Harley Ritchie is in this class. Reese Geis, a.k.a. Reese Geesey. Jaden Richardson, who took a world title yesterday. And of course, world famous Quade Brown. His dad, Marshall Brown, was out here riding a little bit earlier. It's a big field. When I take a look down here, we were actually getting message from Alexandre Bourgeois, who finished 9th in that very first stop in Poland, but he is not on the lineup today. This is going to be our very first moto. Gentleman that finished 10th in Poland, that is Harley Ritchie out of Great Britain. He's on the line. Now, if you want to watch for him, Harley Ritchie is on boat number 127. Omat Salih was also in Poland. He finished 12th. And Omat Salih is on the line. The top 5 riders, actually it goes down a little bit deeper than that, are not here, top 5 qualifiers. That really does open the door for Richie Salih, Omat Salih. I bet Alexander is really wishing he was able to be here. He's got a little downtime. Hey, Simon, Metacraft, great to have you here. Go Corbin and Quaid. Linda Hammer, go Iceman, or AKA Devin. Whitney Treader saying, go Mr. Treader. Justin Treader is in this one from Wisconsin. Hey Jack, how you doing? I know there's a lot of people shouting out for Harley Ritchie. Oh, thank you so much, Nate. I wish you guys could be here to watch well. This should be an amazing ruckus. All right, Robbie Hall from the tower indicating that he needs those guys to get their engine started and get ready to go. 2 card is in the air. 155 had a good start, but it was a little bit too much vertical. That was Corbin Farnley. 124 also with a good start. Reagan Turco. Now, because we had to run heat races on this, there will be 2 motos total for it. Corbin, despite the fact that came out of the water, is setting up for a hole shot. Jaden Richardson on the outside, Farnley on the inside. And it looks like it's going to be Corbin Farnley with the hole shot. Jaden Richardson second. Great start for Corbin Farnley. Got a world title midweek. And right now he's in the lead in the first moto for Pro-Am Ski Lights. Already opening up some distance here. In case that sounds familiar, Corbin Farnley, one of the son of Chris Farnley from Farnley Jet Skis in Christchurch, New Zealand. Chris has been around jet ski racing for almost 3 decades. You can see that the wind is actually coming back into shore. And if it picked up any more, that would be a factor for the riders. Right now, it's just a solid rhythmic set of chop that they're dealing with, and a beautiful run through that technical section. That's it. And your log jump's officially open, 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 and boat 14 getting through that, Paul Thomas. They've actually got 2 number 14s out there. It is either Paul Thomas or Zach Ginrich. All right, again, the leader, Corbin Farnley, sponsored by Clark Brothers, TC Freeride, and of course his mom and dad. Corbin started racing as a junior racer, actually came over to the World Finals a couple years in a row, taking some titles. Corbin, just like his dad, he is incredibly tall, and with that, he's had to adjust his riding style to accommodate for that. Very reminiscent of how you used to watch Jeff Jacobs, and look how easily he pops over those log jumps. Somebody's been doing some log jump practice. That did not, that skill set did not just come that naturally. That was beautiful from Corbin Farnley. He's 17 years old, just moved out of the junior division. Said he loves motorsports in general. By the way, that boat that he's on is built by Taylor Curtis. And that number 155 that you see on the side of Corbin's boat, if that looks familiar, it's because he's actually using Coy Curtis's race boat. And by the way, I talked a little bit about him coming over and getting some world championships. Corbin Farnley has had four world championship titles already. He's only 17, and he already has 4 world titles. Crazy how talented this kid really is. Another reason why I really love watching Corbin Farnley race, he's just such a fun, a very nice, very polite young man, but he also loves D&B music, which is a genre of music that I happen to love too. So I was asking him what are some of his favorite D&B tracks, so we were sharing tracks the other day. This gentleman behind him, the Triple Aces, that is Jaden Richardson. This guy has blasted onto the scene. Jaden Richardson already got a title this week. He's been unstoppable. He finished first in his qualifier, but he had a little trouble over that log jump just now. Jaden Richardson hails from Australia. Oh, I see Traley shouting out, "Go Jaden." Hey, Linda, I'll let you know when I find out where DevDog is. We're kind of following what's up on the screen. So I am not sure where DevDog is in this mix, a.k.a. the Iceman. He's got a new nickname, by the way. I don't know if you know that. Courtesy markers have come out. I'll try to look for him for you. How smooth Jaden is on the track. Now, we asked Jaden to fill out his rider profile because I don't know a whole lot about him. But I see that Traley is on the line. Traley, if you guys know some background on him, let me know. Nate, you're crazy. I can't believe you love log jump races. Yeah, Eric Neal's pointing out the rollers are coming in. Oh, boat number 14 going through some of them. Gentleman back and forth, that's Paul Thomas. Actually, excuse me, Paul Thomas is at third. It is boat number 27 back in fourth. Davey Prado. And I'm kind of wondering if the triple nickel, Maddox Haynes, hasn't moved up into fifth. Top couple of riders going to this outside. Jaden just relaxing a little bit as he comes across that front stretch. So yeah, Maddox Haynes has come up and he is challenging. Oh my goodness. Catching a little bit of airtime. You're watching the triple nickel. That is Maddox. Maddox Haynes out of Lake Havasu City. Also running for TC Free Ride, Naughty Shine, Destination Hydration as well. Pretty new sponsor for Maddox Haynes. This little kid's been spectacular. Is the one that jumped the band on that very first start. Not sure that they made him start with a dead engine, but they did red flag that one. Anyway, he is up in the 5th place spot right now, Maddox Haynes. You see the blue and yellow flag coming from the tower. Robbie Hall is indicating to the riders that one of the riders is a lapped rider and that you've got the leaders coming through. So he's just making sure that that rider is aware that the leaders are coming up on him and that they need to politely move over if they could. Don't stop racing, but just make sure that the leaders have a clear lane to get through. Beautiful ride for the 155, Corbin Farnley. Let's see some of the other New Zealanders, aka Kiwis, watching. Pretty long shot of that back stretch, and you're watching Jaden Richardson continue to hold off boat number 14, Paul Thomas. Stuttered just a little bit on the inside split. I was trying to get the rider number. White flag is up. So Corbin Farnley on the 155, up and over the log jumps for this final lap. Jaden Richardson in second, and he's in a traffic jam. And that is opening up the door for Paul Thomas to challenge Jaden Richardson. He does finally get through that lap traffic. You can see Paul Thomas has gained time on Jaden Richardson on this final lap. Jaden truly held up on that log jump. And that's created an opportunity for the number 3 rider, Paul Thomas, out of France, riding for F2R. So Corbin Farnley, I'm sure pretty excited to see this color come up. That is the checker flag that Robbie Hall's getting ready for him. And he's just got to get around this lap traffic. He's got some extra space, so he's just going to duck underneath. All right, that lane didn't work. I'll just switch lanes. Congratulations to Corbin Farnley for taking the win in the very first moto for Pro-Am Ski Lights. And I can only imagine Chris Farnley pretty excited about right now. Great job for the gentleman from New Zealand. I was kind of wondered about that. I think he was just taking an extra victory lap. Corbin Farley just realized he's won the race, doesn't need to keep going. That's all right, a victory lap will work as well. So again, your winner, Corbin Farley. We'll be right back after this.
It's time for ties to encourage each other. Forward the encouragement to make Thai people and Thailand stronger. Sports Authority of Thailand.
National Sport Development Funds. WGP 1 World Championship.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, how do you enjoy the races so far? And here comes the WGP 1 Moto 3 of the Pro-Am Roundabout Superstock. What I can tell you that you better keep an eye on craft number 17, Rashid from Kuwait, and craft number 7, Marcus from Denmark. Both of them had great performances of the past two motos. Who are you rooting for? And those who watch us live on Facebook live streaming and YouTube as well at Jet Ski World Series, I will have a quick look at a comment in the comment sections. Who are you rooting for at the moment? Kindly leave the comment section below, ladies and gentlemen. All right, at least the riders are getting ready at the moment. Behind me, I'm really excited. So, we've got many comments at the moment. All right, hello. A little shout out to Linda, Joe Hamber, and Trally, Derek, Cunningham as well, and many more who tune in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this live streaming. And we're getting ready for, once again, Moto 3 of the Pro-Am Roundabout Superstock. Are you ready? Back to Don.
Thank you so much, CK. All right, we're back for Pro-Am Runabout Superstock. This is going to be the final moto. Top of the scoreboard is going to be Rashid Aldawas on boat number 17. Got 120 points coming into this. Second place is going to be Marcus Jorgensen. You can actually see Marcus Jorgensen lined up on the pole position on the inside. Marcus from Denmark. He comes into this in second with 106 points. In third, well, that young lady is Orapan Tirapak Panik. She's got 96 points and in third place. Zolt Seke in fourth from Hungary with 82. James Bushell in fifth with 75 points. Tori Snyder in sixth with 69 points. Permpam Tirapapanunch is in seventh. Khalid Almazbi in eighth. Kenawat Sangtong Thai is also in that top 10. And you can see Aldawas lined up on the pole position on the outside. Rick Quintola in 10th. Juan Liscano in 11th. Rob Esmega in 12th. Quantai is in 13th. Nick Krupa in 14th. Abdullah in 15th. And Tirpong Pimpawap rounding out your field. It's going to be our final moto. And again, your top five. Rashid Aldawas, Marcus Jorgensen, Orapan Tirpapanik, Zolt Seke in fourth, James Bushell fifth, Tori Snyder in sixth. That's how it stands right now as we get ready to go for the final moto. This to me is one of the critical times. This starting grid, you've got to be able to have mental strength on it. You've also got to be able to maintain equilibrium no matter what is going on around you and just stay focused and stay on your boat. It's It's going to be easy here to get very distracted on this lineup, and that is a good way to lose your opportunity to get a hole shot. There's a lot going on out at the World Finals, and of course this is a big class. 16 riders coming into this. It's going to be a packed starting grid. And you guys can see the signature clear water of Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Part of the reason it's so clear is we're constantly getting that fresh water coming through the lake. And Robbie Hall asked for the 2 card, and Eskimo is starting their engine. Notice that James Bushell lined up close to the outside, and he had a great start. Aldewas on the outside. Triple deuce, that is Orphan on the inside. Oh, she just high centered a bit out of that buoy. Slowed her down slightly, and that might be enough. So she is able to get the hole shot, but it is a very close one. Orifan Terapat Pinich. All right, so the triple deuces, 17. There's your top 2 riders. Aldewas in second. Bushell is in third. That's James Bushell. And Tori Snyder is in fourth. Aldewas riding a little bit different race. He looked very relaxed. Shoulders were slightly more down and relaxed than this first that we saw in the first race that we're looking at in Moto number 3. Fawn, she's got her signature fierce cat look right now. Coming out of that outside, there's a tricky little double buoy turn. It's got to be a sweeper. All right, looks like Bushell snuck around Rashid Aldewas, which is a bit of a surprise. Looking to see where Jorgensen is, because coming into this one, Marcus Jorgensen on boat 7 was in second place in the points. He's not currently in this top 5. All right, triple deuce leading as Orphan Tirpatpanich and James Bushell in second. Rashid Aldewas third, and Tori Snyder still fourth. You can see how deep those split sections go. Sounds like one of the boats getting pulled in. That's Nick Kruka. Meanwhile, James Bushell. The pedigree on this rider from Great Britain is outrageous. Over a dozen world titles. He won the British title, I believe, 14 years in a row. Started as a junior. Now he turns wrenches as well as races through 158 Performance, who sells boats and parts over in the UK. Trey Cunningham shouting out for the triple deuce. Orifan Terapopinich on that triple deuce is leading. And just taking some abuse on that boat. You can watch James Bushell. No suspension on these runabouts or the stand-ups. So as you see these waves kick up, that just puts an increased amount of strain on that lower back and their upper body. And while we do have those custom seats that helps lock them in, it is a full body roll to get these guys through a race.
So we got some sensitivity out there.
So again, the triple deuce is Orifan Terapopinich. Orifan, triple deuce. She's had 2 very consistent finishes. 3rd both in Moto 1 and Moto 2. Right now she's leading. She's got an opportunity. Well, she's on the podium, but she's got an opportunity to move up. Rashid Aldawas back in 3rd. Rashid Aldawas at the points lead with 120 points coming into this final moto. Orifan does look so good. It was really exciting to see her win the Thai Cup again last year. She's just an amazing lady and incredible athlete. Good pedigree for a lot of the younger riders to look up to her. You're watching Orifan Terapopinich. A lot of laps for this one. Watching race number 13, and these guys are going to have 12 laps for their final moto. All right, if she stays where she's at, she's going to end up with 156 points. Doing some quick moto math, trying to see if she's able to get around Aldawas. If Rashid Aldawas does not slide back any further than 3rd, he'll still have the overall, but Orifan Terapopinich will move into 2nd. So she's got to stay exactly where she's at. And Rashid Aldawas cannot slip back any further. Well, she had to just hold up a minute as we got through this lap traffic. Ooh, man, that was creating an awful lot of white water, and that is making it harder for those boats to stay hooked up. Orifon navigating through some of those potential problems very easily. You can tell she's a very experienced racer. Smart girl, final couple of laps. She's gonna watch to see if she needs to move into that inside split, but for right now, she's felt comfortable on the outside. Orifon will continue to take that unless she feels like she's under pressure. And the way she's riding right now, she's got the opportunity to not only lock down the third Moto win, but to improve her position on the podium. She's done everything that she can. Fate now has to do the rest. Aldawas, as long as he stays in third, he's got that locked in. Meanwhile, Bushel is back in fifth. He's currently back in fifth in points. He's currently second out on the track. Going to give him an 128 points. Not sure if that's going to be enough to get Bushel onto the podium. So right now, she looks good. So if she did miss that buoy, good catch, guys. We are calling that Orifon looked like she might have missed the buoy. As long as she makes it up on that same lap, the penalty buoys are just past each of the split sections. As long as she goes out and picks up that penalty buoy on the same lap, she'll be just fine. Brian, now Brian's saying he didn't see her. I got Brian Finlinson on the line. He's saying he didn't see her go out and pick up that penalty buoy. Well, that could be a fatal mistake if, in fact, she did not do that. And not like her to not be thinking of that kind of strategy. She's a multiple-time Thai champion and a one-time world champion. And a young lady that likes to dance and loves riding endurance motorcycles. So super fun to hang out with. I just don't know. If she missed that buoy, I didn't catch it. So I'm not saying, excuse me, not that I didn't catch it. I'm saying I don't know if the officials got it. All right, Brian, thanks for letting us know. I'll check on that for us. Yeah, that is actually, those penalty buoys are just past the split section, and they're on each one of the split sections. Looking solid. You are watching Orifon Tirpapinich from Thailand. It was interesting coming into this round. It was Kuwait, Denmark, and Thailand. And this is the young lady that's going to move her country up on this podium. Make it Kuwait, Thailand, and then it's kind of up for grabs depending on where Jorgensen finishes. Right now, I'm imagining the one thing going through her mind is make sure that this SUPERSTOCK boat is able to finish the race. Kunaron Kaljean's boat, and she rode it brilliantly. Congratulations to Orifan Tirapapinich for her third Moto win. And as I said, that should move her up on the podium. Outstanding job for her and for Thailand. Young lady that her favorite music is Gatak. Gatak. These leads a pretty simple life. Growing vegetables, loves to raise chickens, and working on her jet ski. That's what she says she loves to do. And just started racing in 2001, and in 2022, she is still a force to be reckoned with. Again, congratulations to Orifan Tirapapinich. 1:58 second. Aldoas third. Tori Snyder fourth. You guys can check the link on the Thai series, and we can also go to the IJSBA link and get the overall results as well. We are going to be doing the award ceremony tonight, so they'll be posting all of those finals right after that.
This is the place to do it. And they got all kinds of show specials here. 41st annual Jet Trail IJSBA World Finals.
Remember, guys, nothing says I love you if you're white. This is blue and 60 Jet Trail. Perfect.
It's going to be Pro-Am Ski Superstock up next. This also is the final. Siri was able to join the chat and said that she thought that she did take that makeup buoy. Thank you so much, Siri. Yeah, I'm not sure, Lauren. Bushel got a fifth in that first moto. I'm not sure if he had enough points. He would have had 128 points between the 75 and the 53. Orifan would have had 156, and if Rashid finished where he was, he had 168. But I don't know where Marcus Jorgensen finished, and Marcus came into this round in second. And I don't know where Zolt finished for sure, and he finished this round in fourth. So I guess we'll just have to take a look and see where they go. It's a possibility, though, that Bushel got to the podium. Good start for Victor Landoni on the 209 boat. Jay Kress comes into this with two aces, 120 points overall. Salim Al-Matawa in second with 101. He is tied with Mao Sato from Japan, who also has 101 points. Omot Salih is just out of it with 82 points. He's in fourth. Franco Vicari in fifth. So Jay Kress has the whole shot. As you see, we got it. Oh no, he's got it snuck away from him on the outside. That is 78. Salim Al-Matawa takes the whole shot. That was sneaky. It's gonna put Jay Kress in second. Well, Salim definitely knew what he needed to do. He was the gentleman that was tied with 101 points for second with Mao Sato from Japan. And not only did he get the whole shot, but he got Jay Kress in between him and Mao Sato. Not going to affect the outcome for Kress, but it is going to have a potential effect on Mao Sato unless he can get around Mr. Kress. Wow. 32 countries as of Wednesday. Look at Al-Matawa from Kuwait.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's also a cool thing about this one. This is a
Tower riding for Team Kuwait. And you know, Yosef Abdul Razak, I think, truly started quite the legacy between him and Skinny Mo. Skinny Mo, of course. Berbaya on boat 66, who has over 25 world titles now. So many great racers. Al-Baz, of course, from Kuwait. .209, that is Victor Landoni being pushed by Mao Sato. Mao getting around. All right, so J88 is in third. I think Landoni in fourth. Landoni really had a good start. Does make such a difference. You just don't have to fight as hard when you get a great start like these. These are pretty massive tracks. Well over 1.6 kilometers. We're pushing about 60 buoys out on the track. We've got a high degree of technicality to it. Not only that, it is situated, particularly this area, you can actually see how the waves are coming in, and it looks like the waves are actually coming in a bit sideways. That's because we've set that track up in the area to be just out of the straight angle, increasing the difficulty tenfold on the right-hand side. In fact, this track is just flat wicked. It has wiped out a bunch of riders. And you can see boat number 88, Mao Saito, fighting to stay on the right side of those waves. Jay Kress trying to run down Salim Al-Matawa. Pretty evenly spaced between the top three riders. So Matawa lives in Kuwait, likes to have a light jog and a stretch before each race. Sponsors are Pro Rider Garage, which would be Skinny Mo, and his team, Kawasaki Kuwait. His first race ever was 2013. He is a one-time world champion in Expert Ski Limited, and that is the gentleman that is in the lead, Salim Al-Matawa. Boat number 78. And then you were watching this battle. Interesting. I think that Kress moved back one. Get a confirmation on that for you, but it looks to me like Sal Moto got around Jay Kress. Needed to, by the way. He needed to run down this guy or stay within one position of him. But if it doesn't change right now, it is going to be Jay Kress and then Salim Al-Matawa and Sal Moto on the podium in that order. And actually, I think Kress is on the outside and still leading between these two. Race leader in the front of this is going to be Salim Al-Matawa from Kuwait.
Inside, to the outside, to the inside, to the up, Now is going to be looking good for this guy.
Yeah, 88 was around him. All right, so Kress in third. It's not going to affect Kress. He's got 19 points lead over the other two riders because Salim Altawa had a second and a third place finish, and Mao Sato had a second and third place finish as well. So Crest looking solid. I wouldn't move further than third, but at least this opens the door for Mao Sato to at least maybe get around Salim Altawa. He must pass the race leader in order to break his tie. But if Salim Altawa stays where he's at, he's going to end up in second. So it really is all kind of come down to who's going to come across the line first between boat number 78 and boat number J88. Japan and Kuwait squaring off in Pro-Am Ski Superstock. Impressive. Love watching these guys. So US, Kuwait, and Japan is how it looks right now for the overall points. Yes, Kirk, great question. Yes, we are going to post these up on YouTube, and you can just go to the World Series YouTube page. You can also go to their Facebook page and follow that link. If you'd like, you can also watch the stop in Poland. Ostrovarki was a first round in Poland a couple months ago, and that is actually posted, and you can watch it. Thanks for the question. Sambon Ben shouting out for Omut Salih on T30. And it looks deceptively quiet and calm on the water right now per our viewpoint from the screen. But it is quite choppy out on the water, and once you look a little closer at these boats, you can tell they are dealing with a lot of boat chop and a lot of wind chop. Typical, really, afternoon conditions at Crazy Horse. I know a lot of you guys have been out here years past. You know what it's like, particularly in the afternoon. It starts getting a little wild and woolly out there. Look at anywhere from half foot to 2 foot chop all the way on the back stretch. White flag comes up for Cress, Matawa, and Sato. Currently leading in this moto, Jay Cress is leading the points. Salim El Matawa is leading on the third moto. All right, white flag is up for Salim El Matawa. Absolutely, Kirk. So if we live streamed it, and all the races today we were able to live stream, you should be able to catch it. So I'm glad to hear that, yes, you will be famous. As if you need that. You're already famous, Kirk. You're watching the Pro-Am Ski Superstock. We're wrapping it up. We're on that final lap. And Mao Sato. Well, that is going to flip the score, changing. Mao Sato breaks that tie, taking the win in Moto 3. Got around Matawa and got around Cress. And because he was able to do that, he is going to be second. Jay Cress still going to be your world champion for Pro-Am Ski Superstock. Congratulations to Jay. And Mao Sato second and Salim El Matawa third. And as we talked about, just like that, fate can change on you.
And Salim El Matawa are voting for the World Championships.
Isn't it great when we get the live stream? You can actually even see what race number we are from the tower. we were just talking about race number 14, Pro-Am Ski Superstock. Pro-Am Runabout 1100 stock is going to be up next. And that is Sophie Francis down there with Gary Smith holding her. Adapon Kunsa in the lead from Thailand with 120 points. Cecina Phunam on T26 in second with 106 points. Khalid Almo Hanadi from Qatar in third with 96 points. Mateus Simon in fourth from Estonia with 82 points. Pitapong Kiat Ka Muku is in sixth with 63 points. Actually, Pitapong is in fifth with 63 points. Eric Lagopoulos is in sixth. BJ Ang is in seventh. Phil Ansali in eighth. Brad Bohat in ninth. Supatop Rakul in 10th. Sophie Francis currently in 11th. Ryan Rasmussen in 12th. Afi Finwick in 13th. Arnold Martinez in 14th. Tony Collinson in 15th. Renee Hill 16th and Carl Hosch 17th. And that's a shot at your lineup. Cecina Phunam with a great start.
Red flag.
Oh, and we've got lost riders on the track. Cecina Phunam, and a red flag is going to come out. I'm going to say that's a combination. First problem, looked like some riders not holding their line and possibly a premature acceleration as well. So that's probably a series of two sets of penalties that we're looking at. Go ahead and bring these guys back.
Already, so we'll bring back to the line. Lead back and stand pretty rare. I'm not sure. That moved,
He's barely avoiding a collision. Adapon Kunsa able to navigate through all of that drama without too much trouble. I see Mr. Bohat, and there's Sophie Francis coming back in on Brian Finlayson's boat. Brian, I just want to take a moment. Thank you once again for letting Sophie ride your boat this year. Hey, Rudy, I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm actually not even in the tower. We're live streaming in a closed tent. I'm not even able to look at the course at all. So everything that you're seeing on the TV screen is everything that I'm seeing. I don't have any other viewpoint than the TV screen that you see. So that's why I may not have the viewpoint of the entire track. But you are a sweetheart, and I appreciate you giving me the pass on that. But yeah, I'm not in the tower. Mike Young and Dave Arnold have got that tower locked down. They're taking care of business up there for us. But CK and I are back here chilling in a closed tent with the rest of the production team. So my viewpoint is about, I'd say it's about a 15-inch, 17-inch screen. It's quite nice. Thank you, Brian. Yeah, Sophie, she was actually talking about the boat that Sophie's riding, that 55 double nickel. The EX lacks a little miles per hour top end speed versus the EXR. Oh, Brian, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure DMAC would. Talking about giving them any equipment that they need. T-Pipot shouting out both for Adapon and Cecina. Oh my gosh, that is so sweet. I'll make sure and tell Adapon and Cecina that you said that. That's like the sweetest thing, that you are complimenting them for saying that we are here for you, make us proud from Thailand. Well, I hope you'd be proud of them no matter what. They really are doing amazing. Thank you, Kirk Walker, by the way. Appreciate it. All right, I'm not sure. I didn't catch a penalty. I was checking the comments on the feed. Oh, that was inchy. I don't think they're going to let that fly. Even the riders were like, no, never mind. Oh, that is too funny. That was like somebody trying to sneak in the door at one of the Walmarts in Colorado Springs after Christmas. Like just trying to bust the door down. The course marshals are like, I don't think so. They're going to get them back in the lineup. I see boat number 43. That's Alfie Fenwick out of the United Kingdom. Alfie's first time at the World Finals. Big shout out for him. Oh, it sounds like we did call a penalty. I don't see anybody's hand up, though. Yeah, that was just one of those situations where the riders knew immediately that that band hadn't even snapped before they were already trying to move. I'm pretty sure Rudy Del Pardo and I both have been a part of those situations. Eric Niels doing a shout out for Bohat and Rasmussen. Jet Skill Ports shouting out 7-7. Oh, really good start for Eric Lagopoulos. It was a really, really good start for Eric Lagopoulos. Hopefully not too good. I loved watching Khalid Al-Mohanadi. He just barely hit the gas, saw the red flag, and he's like, got it, I'll just save my fuel. Shuts it down, brings it back to the gate. Yeah, Brian, I totally agree. Well, you know, I mean, here it is, Brian, right? You and I both know this is a final moto. These boats are close, stock boats. So it just adds, I think, more pressure to this start. And they're really trying to time Robbie Hall, but to fairness to Robbie Hall, he does not turn the card sideways. He just goes straight from 2 to 1. And a lot of the regional riders, or at least regional racing, when I was getting to hang out with, I do remember that it seemed like the card would go sideways. But Robbie Hall not giving him that chance to predict it at all. So they're truly having to guess off the line. Makes it more fair, but... Lauren, that was great. I'm going to steal your quote, lady. That's awesome. This red flag is earning its paycheck. Katie Bounce Cox saying, let's go, Sophie Francis. Yeah, if you guys would just throw some good energy in the air for that double nickel. One of our own is definitely hurting right now, Sophie Francis, having lost Eric. In fact, I think all of us feel a little smaller in the racing world after losing Eric this year. That was a really tough loss. But I can't tell you how inspired I am just hanging out with Sophie and the fact that not only she just have a baby, but lost her husband, and yet she's still out here 5 weeks later racing like the champion that she is. And a good start for Sophie Francis, and unfortunately another red flag.
Right, well, why don't we just get everybody started with dead engine?
Yeah, Mikey, I'll miss you. Lamont style.
Getting a lot of chatter out of the tower about alternate starting ideas. I heard a Le Mans start. I also heard just make everybody start with a dead engine. That's pretty funny. Yeah, we've got quite a few countries. Just taking a look. Thailand's here, Qatar, Estonia. Of course, the U.S., Philippines, Wisconsin, which I think sometimes does feel like a different country. I'm just kidding. United Kingdom. Even a lot of different states. People as far away as Pennsylvania. And as far away as Port St. Lucie, Florida.
The GM sales manager,
United Kingdom, with Alfie Fenwick for his very first time here. I'm wondering what he's thinking. I wonder if he's ever been a part of 5 red flag starts. We are pushing a record. I thought we had that record yesterday, but apparently I was wrong.
Again, if you want a beer, man, $5 holler right back here behind us, right behind the main grandstand.
And boat number 88, Arnold Martinez. Got a good shot at him. Another good shot, good start for Cecina Funam. And you can see the double nickel on this outside. And the good news is, I do not see any red. So we are green to go. I do see the ferry coming back across. So we're going to be prepping for the Havanami in the next 3 laps.
All right, remember, comes into this undefeated.
Tipatat telling me that Cecino's first time competing at a pro level. Aw, thank you so much for saying that. Yeah, I saw her in Poland. She was outstanding. Oh, Lauren, what a great thing. I'll share that in just a second. So Cecina Funam will be the young student that gets the whole shot at her very first true professional high-level event. She is already making her mark with her whole shot. BJ Eng in third. So we've got Thailand. And that is followed by Adapong Kunsa in second. And BJ Eng for third. At least as we get started here. Oh, Nate, thanks for saying that about Sophie. Yeah, Brian was actually sharing that she's pretty underpowered on that boat. But it would be great to see Sophie Francis take the win. And Lauren mentioning that Eric won his Runabout Limited title on this day in 2017. It actually popped up on her memories today. So Eric Francis and her thoughts today around race 15. Ooh, and looked like a rider pulled a lanyard right in the back of that track. Our presenting sponsor for the IGSBA World Finals is Jet Trim for our 41st year. As Seaman up in fourth. Mateus, one of the top Estonia riders and an incredible athlete. And he has been moving up. So Mateus Simon, fresh off of a European tour, and got a chance to catch him at the Swedish Nationals as well. Entire Scandinavia countries as a group has, in the last decade, brought on some of the best talent I've ever seen And that's got to be such a tribute to the great legends that they rose from. And one of those, of course, Ronnie Mangiaroud, who we watched race out here for years and years.
Douglas in the sweet spot so far, sweeping motor 1 and number 2. See, they're kind of a little bit of the spoiler there on the lead as Cecina McDonald. One of those things that,
Cecina with 106 points would not be able to get around Kunsa with him being in second. So Kunsa with 120 points, Cecina with 106. She'll only gain 7 points on him for winning this third moto, but definitely does close the gap. So she'll end up second. I did get the shout out for Sophie Francis. She's back in 7th. Khalid Al-Mohanadi from Qatar is third, but I just heard from the announcer tower that a number 22 boat spun out. We had two 22s, Ryan Rasmussen and Renee Hill. We actually have 3. And then we also have Khalid Al-Mohanadi. So our student with a boat built by the gentleman that's in the points lead, that's Adipon Kunsa, who did all the mechanic work for her. By the way, her race number is her brother's race number. She just loved that number 7, so that's why she wanted that. Her first race was 3 years ago. You're watching BJ Ang from the Philippines, a gentleman that is a promoter. He's also been a coach for Team Philippines. And BJ Ang's been racing for over a decade. And he helped put on the local racing out in Philippines this year, and he said they had a fantastic turnout down there. And a bigger tour than they've had in a long time. So racing just continuing to grow around the globe.
It looked like he was pulled on 3rd place down there.
Yeah, I think it looks like a little bit of a little bit higher speed there.
Mateus Seaman back in 4th, and Mateus trying to hit a podium. His pre-race routine, it's very simple. Drink water. His boat number, by the way, came from when he raced motocross. He just used the same race number, boat 77. Adipon Kunsa continuing to chase Sasima Funam. And Mateus Simon jumping into next position, up into 3rd. Actually, he's still in 4th. I got excited there prematurely. The sponsors, by the way, for Mateus BRP Racing. His first race was an ATV race. He was like 4 years old. All right, top 2 are Sasina Funam, Adipon Kunsa, BJ Ang, and Mateus Seaman. That's your top 4. Yeah, Eric, I'm with you. I think it was Raz that spun out. For a minute, I thought it was Khalid Al-Mohanadi. But I think you might be right. Maybe it is Ryan. Missed it on the live stream.
Race number 16. And that is the junior ski 13-54 stroke class.
This little girl is just a rocket ship. She's sponsored by the 777 Performance, Jumbo Tuner, and Yamaha Thailand. I love her dislikes and likes. Her likes are sleeping and training on her boat. Her dislikes are losing and exercise. Girl after my own heart. Her first win, she only started racing in 2019. Her first win was in 2021. You're watching Puna. That is BJ Eng from the Philippines. And look at Mateus Seaman trying to push past BJ Eng, who is in third. Mateus Seaman's first win was he was only 9 years old. He's a 4-time European champion. His hobbies, by the way, making cars look better. And then he goes on to say, I like to pimp them out. That's hilarious. Talking about Mateus Seaman back in 4th place on the 77 Spark.
Yeah, that was 342 pounds.
And Cecina Punam has been protecting that outside split, and Robbie Hall just gave the 2-lap sign. Mattea actually got to open up his own business this year, and you will not be surprised to know that it is a car tuning garage. All right, it is Sasima Punam, and the gentleman that built her boat, well, that would be the guy right behind her, Adapong Kunsa, a.k.a. Oil. One of the funnest Thai riders you'll ever get to, opportunity to meet. He also happens to be one of the most competitive and well-celebrated Thai riders, Adapong Kunsa. Katie, the last I heard on Sophie's position, she was in 7th. Not sure if she was able to move up yet. We'll try to find that out for you, but she was in 7th 3 laps ago. But again, she is on a little bit slower boat this weekend. Wait till we get to tomorrow and Sunday, then she's going to be on the rocket ship, the 911. But Brian Finlayson kind enough to let her borrow one of Finlayson's boats. White flag is out for Cecina Punam. It's going to be one of the best finishes for BJ Eng this weekend. Gentleman out of the Philippines. Now he's a cross athlete. He not only competes in closed course, BJ Eng very competitive also in endurance racing. On to the Jet Trim WGP World Series. It's going to be our final lap for Cecina Punam. We've had so many people come to the World Finals for the first time. Mateus Seaman is one of them. And then this gentleman, who we're going to get a chance to watch make his way to the water this weekend, that's Niels Vellum, will be substituting for Mark Gomez after he burst a sac in his knee and won't be able to compete. So Niels Vellum will be joining us this weekend in freestyle. First time in the U.S. Checker flag for Cecina Punam from Pro and Runabout 1100 stock. That's going to lock her position for second, and you can tell who the new world champion is. A bit of a showman, also one of the nicest guys. That is Oil Adapong Kunsa, your new world champion for Pro and Runabout 1100 stock. Also, your points leader coming into Pro-Am Runabout 1100 stock from Poland as well. And third is going to be BJ Ang, and in fourth, Matthias Seaman. And again, last I heard, Sophie Francis still in seventh. And Mike and Dave are both saluting Sophie Francis and her great run. We'll be right back with more racing.
It's time for ties to encourage each other. Forward the encouragement to make Thai people and Thailand stronger. Sports Authority of Thailand.
National Sport Development Funds. WGP1 World Championship.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, how do you enjoy the tournament so far? You're still watching WGP One World Series 2022 Round 2 live from Lake Havasu City, USA. And here come the last three final motos on feats 2 consisting of the upcoming WGP 1 Junior 13 to 15 4-stroke lights. But before that, we've got a rider coming all the way from Qatar, right?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
All good, all good.
What's your name? And once again, introduce yourself to our fans around the world.
Yeah, I'm Walid Al-Sharshani from Qatar. So I'm gonna race in the Pro RUNABOUT GP. So this is the second round of the World Series.
Yes, I remember we met in Poland, right?
We met in Poland, so I finished there like 6th place. Yes. So we was like a bit bad like in some motos, but it's finally we did it, so we finished 6th place. So this, now we are in second round, and really we are so excited and we are ready for it.
Yes.
And tomorrow it's gonna be, you know, the race. It's gonna be 2 motos, and after tomorrow it's gonna be 1 motos.
Right, wish you the best of luck. Anyone back home or any fans of yours that you like to shout out to them at the moment?
Yeah, actually I thanks all my fans, all my families, and I thanks my team, especially Doha Marine Club, and I thanks my sponsors like the team, like Ruby Speed, the garage, and all my families here. They are with me, like my dad, my brothers, they are the tuners and mechanics. So we wish like best of luck for us, yes. And so we are looking forward for tomorrow.
Oh, for Team Qatar over here, like give a little shout out to your rider and also your fans back home as well. Well, good luck and thank you so much for joining us. And also we're looking forward to seeing you not only here and also in Thailand as well. Are you coming to Thailand as well?
Sure, Thailand. I never miss Thailand, you know. We like the race to race in Thailand. So the last round gonna be in Thailand, and we hope like good results here so we can fight in Thailand.
All right, all the best to your race tomorrow. Once again, thank you very much for joining the interview. All right, ladies and gentlemen, apart from the upcoming WGP 1 Junior 13 to 15 4-stroke lights, we also have the Pro Roundabout 1100 Open and Pro Amski lights. It's now 94 degrees or about 34 Celsius degrees in Arizona with the perfect weather condition. We expect the exciting upcoming races. Wishing all riders the best of luck. All right, back to you, Dawn.
Thank you so much, CK. Well, gee, it's cooling off. That's almost a cold front that we're dealing with, considering it was 99 degrees, 97 degrees earlier this week. All right, we're switching over to junior ski 13 to 15. Great interview, by the way, CK, with the Qatar team. Those guys are very fun. Let's do a little bit of recap as we take a look at what happened in Ostrowarki, Poland, just a couple of months ago in this class. Ski Juniors 13 to 15, the 4-stroke lights. It was Yanni Hamelin that took the win with 180 points. Andrew Hubert Laurie was second with 154. Sam Wilson was in third. Suad Alawadi was in that 4th place spot. Now, coming into this round, it is Andrew Hubert Laurie that is here. The other riders unable to make it over to the second round. Hopefully some of them will be able to go to Thailand. But right now, Andrew Hubert Laurie is racking up some points. in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. He's currently in second with 106. Tanner Wright is leading with 120 points in this final moto. Tyler Kennedy is in third with 87. Hendrick Smith in fourth with 79. And Bryce Chambers also right up there. Andrew Vo still in this as well. Look at him blowing kisses.
In this, a very special thanks to Frank and all our good friends from Jet Trim, our title sponsor here for the 41st annual World Finals. Hope everybody's enjoying their experience out here in Lake Havasu. It's hard not to enjoy your experience, you know, if you're doing the right things.
You can see 418 on the pole position. That's Tyler Kennedy on the inside pole position. Taking a look at that, that leads me to believe that Tanner Wright has lined up on the pole position outside.
Come up here. Well, I know, but it's... Well, I know, but...
There's vote number 160. That is Andrew Vo. You might recognize that last name. Tony Vo is the gentleman that founded, well, what has become really a signature brand for us, Jet Tribe. And Andrew, an upcoming junior racer out of that Texas area and out of Sulphur Springs, Texas. Vote number 627, Jackson Lloyd with a good start on the outside. And it looks like we've got a rider down.
Vote number 38, full shot on the inside. 28 on the outside. So vote number 38 is Tyler Ward. Number 28 is Lori Amber Hubert. And coming into this race, Tanner Wright with 120 points. He's on vote number 713. Just want to keep your eye on him.
Got a green flag. And that whole shot is going to come from the outside. And Andrew Hubert Lori takes that. Followed by the 418, Tyler Kennedy. And 713 in third. Beautiful hole shot from the young Estonian rider. Again, your top three recap. Andrew Hubert Lori with the hole shot. Vote number 418, Tyler Kennedy is second. And Tanner Wright in third.
Great race here in the junior 13-15 four-stroke lights class.
Sorry about that, Lauren. I didn't realize it was only 48 in England. Yeah, it's been chilly in Colorado as well, but it is the opposite of chilly here in Lake Havasu City. All right, Tyler Ward is moving up into second. Again, Andrew Hubert Lori comes into this with 106 points, and Tanner Wright with 120.
Yeah, Lori Hager Hubert is right in order. In order to take that overall. And Hager Hubert again with 161.
Right now it looks like Andrew Hubert, Lori leading, and Tanner Wright in second.
Definitely not as far as he wants to be, but he's got the points.
Yeah, he's got the points, though. He's got a little bit of background. He's got a little bit of slack. And, you know, he might have to use that in order to take that overall.
I can't believe that we are only 3 laps into this.
Three down, 3 to go.
So again, Andrew Hubert, Lori on a mission to hunt for a world title in Lake Havasu City. And just off in the left-hand side of the background there, you got to see some freestyle practice. That's boat number 38, Tyler Ward. So again, let me just do that rundown on the top 3. It was actually Andy Hubert Lori leading, and boat number 38, Tyler Ward second, and boat number 713, Tanner Wright in third. A little background on Andrew Hubert. He's only 12 years old. Excuse me, just turned 13. Lives in Tallinn, Estonia. Enjoys ice hockey. 3-time world champion, 4-time European champion. He debuted, he's also a Nordic champion, and debuted only in 2018. This guy has quite the bio, and he just went down. Went down just towards that back stretch, and he also pulled his lanyard out. He has got to be fast, or he is going to lose that position. And it was Tyler Ward that got around him, and 713 got around him, and that just put the death knell on his hopes to take a title. He will still get on the podium, but that was a horrible mistake and a big break for Tanner Wright. But Andrew Hubert Lori just super sub. That is a pretty common consequence of having those ferries come in and out. They create these big sneaker waves. That's one of the things that I was talking about. You really got to watch that back stretch and those final turns coming on to the back stretch. And as if that wasn't enough, we created this course just a bit off angle. And Andrew Hubert Lori got caught in it. Really tough break for this amazing rider. Oh, I'm so sad to see that. White flag is out for Tyler Ward on boat number 38. All right, so Andrew Hubert Lori, we'll see where he ended up. That is Tyler Ward with that new lead, and then boat number 713, Tanner Wright in second. Again, that's going to lock in Tanner Wright's world title. And Andrew Hubert Lori, if he was able to recover enough to stay in that third place position, and it did look like he was able to get that boat going, then he will still be able to hold on to second. But a huge upset for Andrew Hubert Lori, who actually, for a moment, had an opportunity to take the overall today. Tanner Wright, the gentleman that you see on the screen, just behind Tyler Ward. Tanner lives in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. He's also a high school student, rides for TC Free Ride. His first race was just last year. First win was on the Full Throttle Watercross Series in Havasu. And checker flag pops for boat number 38, Tyler Ward. Tyler Ward taking the third place win. And Tyler Ward has got to be thrilled with that. What a great finish for that gentleman. Tyler Ward out of the U.S. Lives in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. But your new world champion, that is going to be Tanner Wright. Also out of Lake Havasu City, Arizona. And I think Andrew Hubert Laurie will be able to hold on to second. Tyler Kennedy third. All of those resorts, of course, will be dependent completely on when they get past Tech. We'll be right back.
WGP1 World Championship. National Sport Development Fund.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was amazing race indeed. Even under the perfect weather condition, you better expect the unexpectations. Anything can possibly happen when it comes to jet ski races. What I guess is that, that's a charm of this extreme sport. Well, coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, will be the Pro Roundabout 1100 Open, and followed by Pro Am Ski Lights, which is the last one of the race of feed 2 today's program. Well, at the moment, the athletes, the riders are getting ready in the water behind me, and wish once again all riders the very best of luck for these final motos. Once again, back to Dawn.
Thank you so much, ZK. Appreciate that. Well, just to recap, a bunch of upsets have been happening today, to include what we just saw unfolding in the junior class. Andrew Hubert had a moment where he could have taken that overall, but Tanner Wright is going to be the man with the plan. On to Pro Runabout 1100 Open. And the gentleman that's leading the points right now, he needs very little introduction. That's SUPERSTOCK Furakul from Thailand. He's got 120 points. Arawat Lakip in second with 101, and he's tied. Arawat's tied with Supap Pusapa, both with 101 points. Supak Satula is in fourth place with 82 points, and he also finds himself in a tie with Valentino Lascano. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful start for Valentino Lascano. That was a thing of beauty for the one young lady that is out there racing with the guys in Pro Runabout 1100 Open.
Outside from the long noise out. Excellent, appreciate it. Especially that glare now.
All right, SUPERSTOCK Furakul with the whole shot. That was a bit of a spoiler alert, wasn't it? The gentleman that has already come into this with a pair of aces, looking for a hat trick. right, so SUPERSTOCK leading. That's going to be pretty easy math for him. Another 60 points is going to give him an under 180 points overall. He'll be untouchable at this point. Arawat Lahip, though, and Supap Pusapa, that is where the battle is going to happen. Both of those guys are tied. Looking for Supap Pusapa and Arawat Lahip to see where they are on the track. And it's your battle for second. And there is Lahip. Lahip a little bit back in the points on this course. He has got 101 points to SUPERSTOCK Cool's 120. And Lahip, again, tied with Supap Pusapa. SUPERSTOCK went pretty strangely wide on turn 3 on the outside split. If you remember in that first moto, he'd actually lost a sponson on the outside. That right-hand side of that bow, I'm sure they got that thing reconnected. I hope they did. Shot of second place, Arawat Lahip. Now, if Arawat stays where he's at, he will be second. As Supap gets around Arawat, he'll be third. But right now, Satura in between them. Satura's in third. Supap in fourth. Looks like Valentina Lascana in fifth. Pretty run on the front. Oh, he took a quick look back. SUPERSTOCK Cool wanting to see where the other riders were. Just checking in, making sure nobody's sneaking up on him, but Arawat Lahip. About 15 boats separating those two riders. Sipak Satula. And a big battle for third. This race leader, SUPERSTOCK Cool, third overall, with a 4.43 finish in Poland. 30 years old, rides for K45 Maxima team. Got a bronze in the Runabout Endurance Asian Games at 2018. He's a two-time IJSBA World Champion, a two-time King's Cup champion, and a one-time Thai champion. I did know about him is that he was also a rally driver in 2018. And that is T11. Erawat Lahit from Thailand on boat 11. He actually rides for the Flamingo team. And where he's sitting right now, Erawat would be able to break the tie and get that second place spot. If Supop gets around Erawat, that would immediately put Supop on that second place spot. So right now, the way it looks, Supatop Furakul, Erawat Lahit, and Supop Pusapa would be your top three. All Thai riders. Furakul just taking a quick look back, seeing where his buddies are. Tirawat Lahit, sponsored by Knopf Flamingo team. His first race was 12 years ago. He's only 6 years old. He hasn't had a major win yet. He's really got an opportunity here. Supak Satula back in fourth. And Valentina Lascano. Erawat up in second. And Futakun, Supatop Futakun, leading once again in motor number 3. Supatop Futakun is looking for a hat trick, 3 wins in a row. Supop Pusapa wanting to get around Erawat, the gentleman aboard the number 11 boat. This has been a very popular class. You're watching Pro Runabout 1100 Open, and quite a few Thai riders enter this class yearly, including that gentleman, Supak Satula, on the 52 boat. Supatat is leading both in points and on the track. Go Vale, see you in Thailand. That's so sweet, Traley. Futakun still charging through these laps. 2 laps to go from the tower for Pro Runabout 1100 Open. Supatat Futakun just a few more laps away from a world title. Just got to stay focused, stay on this gas, not lose sight of the overall, but don't think about the overall right now. You just got to go buoy to buoy. Gentleman's very experienced in closed course racing, as you can see. Supatat Futakun, normally his race boat is number 8, riding for Dean's team. And one of his proudest moments, that bronze in the endurance class, runabout endurance, at the Asian Games. in 2018 as he was representing for Thailand. And right now, he's on a big hunt, not only for a world championship in Lake Havasu City, Arizona, but Supatat Futakun is on the road to a World Series win as well. Supatat Futakun. Supatat Futakun on his final lap. Does he take inside outside? He does go to the outside. Makes sense with these runabout riders. He's got more real estate to deal with. He's felt very comfortable on the outside. And he's not feeling a lot of pressure. And I think if you're not having to play defense and you feel pretty comfortable about it, take the one that makes the most sense to you, and he does. That wraps up for him a hat trick put together for Supatat Futakun, who takes the World Championship title, Pro Runabout, 1100. And boat number 9 just coming through, Corey Dixon waving at him. All these riders get along so well. And we're just waiting for Eryawat Lahi to come in, and you can see him giving congratulations to Supatat. Eryawat is going to lock in that second place, and Supa Pusapa on the 96 boat will round out your top 3 on the podium this afternoon.
WGP 1 World Championship. National Sport Development Funds.
Hey guys, welcome back. We are on to our final race for this afternoon. It's Pro-Am Ski Lights. So take a look at this redunculous lineup. Got a full gate here. We are going to just talk about the opportunities here. We've only doing 2 motos for the Pro-Am Ski Lights. The reason we're doing 2 is these guys all had to qualify just to get in the dance. Corbin Farnley with the most points, taking the win in that first moto. Maddox Haynes in second, Paul Thomas in third, Tyler Ward in fourth, Harley Ritchie in fifth, Justin Treater in sixth. Oh no. Oh no, a red flag. So we are going to bring these guys back to the line. And as we do that, I'll give you the opportunity to talk a little bit about Corbin Farnley, this young gun that finds himself in an incredible position. Already took a world title. In fact, he's got 4. He's just a kid, by the way. He's got 4 world titles already. Just now moved up out of the junior division this year. Corbin Farley took the win in Moto number 1 in Pro-Am ski lights. And as we take a look down this field, let me just give you an idea of who all we're looking at. Devin Farthing got 12th place finish in the first moto. Jaden Richardson, I do believe, must have gotten docked for missing a buoy. He ended up back in 15th, but he was in second in that first moto. Teo Berme is back in 17. But your top 5, Corbin Farley, Maddox Haynes, Paul Thomas, Tyler Ward, and Harley Ritchie. As we re-rack these guys, and I don't see any dead engine starts. Nope, we got a rider down in that starting grid. Not unusual to see that at the World Finals. Pretty crazy. All right, the starting grid does look like it's a go. Let's see if Corbin Farley, who's out of Christchurch, New Zealand, 17 years fast. So Corbin Farley on the inside. Oh, Farthing getting up there after a 12th place finish in the first moto. Is in that first part of that grid. He's in second. Corbin Farley with 60 points has got a healthy lead. It's a Taylor Curtis built boat. In fact, he's riding Coy Curtis's boat this weekend. The sponsors for Corbin Farley are Clark Brothers Construction, Paul Hussey Panel Beaters, of course Farley's Jet Skis, aka Chris Farley. So the Iceman in second. Coy Curtis, your race leader, hole shotter, and current points leader.
Yeah, usually on first stock, the last motor always comes down to the end of the day.
By the way, Corbin's first win, he was only 10 years old. We're getting a little bit of feedback from Tori Snyder up in the announcer tower as he's interviewing with Mike Young. Log jump is open. Gentleman in third is boat number 24. And that's Dustin Voss, who finished in 9th in the first moto, and he's up in third. And the log jump's officially open. Our potential for yard sales has just increased. Triple nickel is in fourth. That is Maddox Haynes. Maddox Haynes finished in second in that first moto. If it finished like this with no change, Corbin Farley is the easy call for the World Championship, and Maddox Haynes would be second. Got a bit of an open opportunity here for that third and final position on the podium for the Pro-Am ski lights. Dev Farthing's done everything that he needs to do to have that opportunity at the podium. He had a tough break on the first moto. He's in 12th coming into this round, but that second place finish will certainly help him. But at this point, he is going to need fate to step in and help. Paul Thomas currently in third in points. He's on the 14th boat, and we're just looking for him. Look how easily Corbin Farthing bounced over those log jumps. Getting that long view, that great perspective of the triple log jump, man, that's got to look so intimidating. And it is, as I had mentioned, one of the more technical areas of the track. Look at Dev just taking a quick look over his shoulder to see where everybody's at as he chases Corbin Farley on the back stretch. Looks like Jaden Richardson has gone down back in the track, and that slowed down several riders. What a heartbreaker for Jaden. He was actually second in the first moto, but must have missed a buoy or something happened because he came into the lineup in 15th. That's a tough to deal with for a rider that works so hard. You can see Corbin Farley just going through at the bottom of your screen. That is your points leader and your race leader. This gentleman, Iceman, on the 7th boat. That's Devin Farthing is second. That is the first time I've seen him on that blue boat is today. That must be one of the new vehicles for him. Iceman, of course, student. Definitely comes from racing legacy, but both his brother and he are quite the talented racers and developing a reputation in their own right, which is pretty cool to see. There's boat number 24 finished 9th in that first moto. That's Dustin Voss out of Harvard, Illinois. And then the triple nickel is in 4th. Hey, Joseph, appreciate you watching from the Philippines, and Deegan Newton. I will certainly ask him, Deegan. I don't run the cameras, and you should be very grateful that I don't run the cameras for sure. But yes, I'm happy to ask him. It is the Thai crew that is here handling all of our camera work this weekend, doing a great job. And I will certainly ask him and see if they can hit some of the other areas of the track for us so we can give you a little further back. I am in a booth, and I'm not even facing the lake, actually. I'm facing the opposite direction, staring at a TV screen, so I can only call what I can see for you, unfortunately. But I do appreciate it. I know how you feel. I would want to know that, too, and I'll do my best to get you further back on the lineup as I can. You're watching the live stream, and you'll be able to follow along on that throughout the World Cup Series. Ooh, Maddox Haynes trying to put an extra amount of pressure on Dustin Voss, but he has got to get through that log jump, and he was a bit tentative. Voss getting through there quicker, gaining some time on him. And that's your battle for 3rd and 4th. Oh, no, I knew you didn't mean it that way. Thanks, Deegan. I totally get it. Yeah, the camera work is amazing. We'll just try to get more mid-pack for the weekend, but I do appreciate the feedback. Jared Martin, appreciate Wax Racing being here this weekend. Appreciate you guys listening to the live stream. We're watching boat number 14. That's Paul Thomas, the gentleman that was in 3rd coming into this round. Didn't get a chance to see where Paul Thomas is on the track, but he was 3rd coming into this round in points. Yeah, these riders are only going to be doing 2 motos since they had to qualify today. The heat races for the Pro-Am ski lights were off the chain. Oh, nice save for Devin Farthing. He actually was setting up to tail tap and just threw his weight to the back of that ski. That was an impressive save. You're watching third place rider Dustin Voss. Must have finished ninth in Moto 1. And Maddox Hayes back in fourth. He finished second in the first moto. So the podium currently would go to Corbin Farnley for the world title and Maddox Hayes second. Again, just getting a little more feedback from Tori Snyder doing an interview and guest announcing, I believe, up there. Carla McLennan saying that Jaden Richardson's doing the Aussies proud. You know, Carla, he really is. Jaden has been impressing us all weekend long and getting some great hole shots and has been looking very solid. He just had a tough break. Whatever happened, that he came to the line in 15th. Right now it's a 155. He is poised for a world title. This guy's talking about those sneaker waves. Corbin Farnley working lap traffic on that backstretch. Just check that boat up a little bit so he didn't get shut out and be forced to miss a buoy. You're watching the race leader. So your race leader going to the outside split with a few more laps to go.
Watching Maddox Hayes, but she's at Moscow. Now that's a point of patience. The white flag is out right now. This would be for a world title.
Corbin Farnley actually lapped up to fourth place. Literally lapped up to fourth place. That's how fast that kid from Canterbury, New Zealand is. Look how well he handled the log jumps and how polite he was going through that lap traffic. That is a legend in the making. All the way over here from Christchurch, New Zealand. Part of the Canterbury Jet Ski Club. Corbin Farnley loves D&B music. And I'm pretty sure he's loving the fact that he is just a few buoys away from a world title.
That doesn't do well for Maddox Hayes on the points here going to the second moto.
Yeah, the square, fourth, and fifth right here are all really tight behind them.
Corbin Farnley, this last lap, I'm curious to see if he goes to the outside. He's been doing that all the way through, and he feels like he's got a comfortable lead. He's going to go ahead and take that outside split again. This is our final lap. White flag's out for Corbin Farnley. Here is your world titleist, Corbin Farnley from Christchurch, New Zealand. And the checker flag, he had to do a double take on that. He did get the checkered flag, though. Congratulations to Corbin Farnley. What an outstanding job for Corbin Farnley. Coy Curtis letting him use his boat this weekend. Ooh, that was outstanding. All right, the 07, that's Devin Farthing, a.k.a. the Iceman, second. And then boat number 24, that's going to be Dustin Voss in third, and Maddox Hayes for fourth. I think Maddox Haynes is going to take your second place spot on the podium. Corbin Farnley, that's easy math. He'll be your world titleist. But I think Maddox has got it for second place. I'll let you know who's going to be third when we find out. Feel free to come and hang out with us on the website, and we'll let you know those results as well. That's going to be the last race of the day, by the way. Out here in Lake Havasu City, Arizona, you've been watching the 41st World Finals right here on sacred ground in Arizona. And we just finished it up with Pro-Am ski lights. We're not done yet, though. We're still going to bring the awards ceremony down to the vendor alley. And we're going to give the opportunity for some novice and amateurs to win as well. So I'm going to, yeah, so I'll tell you what, let me throw it out to CK down on the beach for more information.
And that was the final moto of Pro-Am Ski Lights. Unofficially, congratulations to craft number 155 Corbin from New Zealand. Woo! Anyhow, we have to wait for the official results, the scores of all motos combined. But for now, Don and I have to say goodbye. And this wraps up the WGP1 World Series 2022 Round 2 from Lake Havasu City, Arizona, USA. We're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, and those who be coming on site, and for those who be tuning in online, coming to you live exclusively of both YouTube and Facebook official Jet Ski World Series, starting from 9 a.m. Arizona local time onwards. Don't miss out. But for today, thank you so much once again for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good weekend.
It's time for ties to encourage each other. Forward the encouragement to make Thai people and Thailand stronger. Sports Authority of Thailand.
National Sport Development Funds.